only electrical diagram that we have so far. The file number is S/W, I think it's WW/EL BW-GEN-1. The date 9798. And this is the PLC program.
Okay.
Alright. Now we're looking at this drawing. Number 1 is the C1, the F1, which control the wash pump. C1, F1, C2, F2, both are wash pump and sanitizing pump, which has the overload on the magnetic contactor. However, by depressing the button at the touch screen, the both pump works. So everything is okay for these two pumps. Now we're looking at C3, F3, which control the heater. Alright, C3 is the magnetic contactor. F3, C3, I think one of them is the three-way breaker. The only protection is the three-way protector, a three-way breaker. Alright, anyway, it's okay, considered okay, because throughout we are very isolated. Throughout, we never use heater from day one. Now we are looking at C4, F4, which is protected with overload. Now, if you look at C4, F4, which actually control the wash drive motor, in other words, the washer change. Okay? The stop of the VFD is controlled by relay R2 via pin 3 and 5. Our simulation temporarily jumper 3 and 5, the washer drive motor runs. So again, we take it that everything is in order. There's no overload problem whatsoever. Now we are looking at C5, F5, which is the fuel conveyor motor. By activating manually, depressing the contactor, the motor runs. F5 also has the overload protection. When the magnetic connector is catches, everything runs. So again, we take it that everything is running, so shouldn't be any problem. Okay? The next thing is all the two-way breakers, one-way and two-way breaker, all tested to be okay. Now we are looking at all the fuse. We also tested fuse 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Everything okay. Now we are looking at all the MS, the micro, all the MS features. Okay. So far, we have actually tested the emergency circuit, the door switches, the cam switch, the bottle on exit carriage, wash motor. Oh, now this one is already controlled by the overload at F1. Okay, the two washing pump okay. The exit carriage up and down all okay. The micro switch working. The fuel nozzle up down also working. The cube photo sensor also working. Now, here under X12, X13, X14, I would like to highlight this important issue. Throughout the system on the PLC, X12 and 13, there is no connection. I repeat, X12 and 13, there's no connection. It's only X13 that there is a connection. So F15, 16, 17, all tested. Everything okay. Now the whole query is, why there is a message coming out 408 fuel conveyor VFD overload via X14 when there's no connection at the PLC, which throughout, I repeat, X12 and 14 is not in use.
Empty.
It's totally not in use at all. There's no wire, nothing at all. Now, Please take note, a normal operation procedure for this system is when we depress the reset switch, after certain time delay, the system should start to activate. That is to say, the wash drive motor will start to move.
For the chain.
Yeah, whether it's a wash drive motor that drives the change.
Yeah.
But in this case, nothing. It doesn't trigger. It doesn't trigger because there's no signal toward the relay R2. And relay R2 is supposed to be the start and stop for the VFD. So the whole issue is the rest of all the mechanical or whatever is secondary. The important thing is the very first step after reset, after the time delay, the wash drive motor should work. But in this case, no action at all. Kindly verify and come back to us.
呢都係 program 嘅香港。
It's okay because here.
有 program 啊，呢個program program 係冇咩。
No, we can't say. I mean, I already explained everything. All right, the rest all tested, everything tested. Physically, all the micro switches, all the air cylinder, everything works. The pump all works. The motor manually trigger, everything works. It's just that the sequence, all right, the overall sequence doesn't start. If what it starts, whether the cam switch problem or whether it's the T-bar or whether the exit carriage, the one is secondary. Even the transformer input output also tested, everything tested. So kindly verify and come back to us.